I don't know if you guys heard Deborah Messing of Will of Grace fame has joined Alyssa Milano in being critical of Tamika Mallory and the women that work with her as far as the women's movement goes, or women's march, whatever name they named of that group. Um, Deborah Messing identified as Jewish as well. When not Alyssa Milano, but Deborah Messing identifies as Jewish. And like those men and women that was on TV just 2 weeks ago talking about the shooting at the synagogue, they deflected from Donald Trump to Mr. Farrakhan. Now that's racism right there. That's the power of racism. You don't go after the one that's actually causing the harm and saying the evil and hateful things. You deflect to somebody else. And like Alyssa Milano, she goes to the Advocate, a gay magazine, and goes after Farrakhan. And in that gay magazine, they quote, or as I say, misquote, something Farrakhan said back in the 90s, 22 years ago. They went out back to 1996 and put out some type of speech or took out phrases that he gave. And this is what I tell anybody. If you never heard Mr. Farrakhan speak and you take out just a phrase or two, you're being disingenuous. Deborah Messing, like Alyssa Milano, and most white identified people. When I say most white identified people, Alyssa Milano, 80 years, 90 years ago, she wouldn't be considered white. Deborah Messing wasn't considered white until the so-called Jewish community stopped buying up shit and everything. But remember, if you go back into the day when the die-hard racists, the ones who are now the Christian right, they would sit there and say they white people and Jewish people, even though they had the same pale skin and the same mindset. Now, people say, why do black people so critical of the Jewish community? Why are black people so critical of this community? Well, you know what? I can't go into a long diatribe about it, but I can tell you this. Any group that comes into the black community, interact with the black community, always stabs us in the back at some point or set us up for disaster. Now, it wasn't as much happening when I was a kid, but when my parents was coming up, there were a lot of Jewish businesses in the community, especially on the west side of Chicago, because at one point that's what a large number of Jewish men and women settled at. And then slowly but surely, the blacks, then the Italians, then the Puerto Ricans start moving to the area. And they left that area in disrepair. And the ones who had business all up down Roosevelt Road, down Madison, down parts of Cicero, parts of Pulaski, parts of Cermak, parts of Ogden. They never put any money back into the community. In fact, the real estate agents that was white and some of them were Jewish played a part in redlining the area. Now, I was old enough to remember before the West Side got to where it is now. I remember when neighborhoods was considered all black. Now it's being gentrified. My mother, father would tell me. I said, "Mom and Daddy, what was that?" Oh, it used to be a ice cream parlor. It used to be a movie theater. Well, we used to go there and get burgers and stuff like that. And my parents said, "You remember the such man used to own it? And there was a white guy." And my father said it was a white Jewish dude. And my mother said, "Oh, remember that guy or that lady on the corner had the store that was nasty to us?" Blah, 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 blah. And you sitting there and you putting all this together. Then you talking to people in the neighborhood who grew up. Then you talking to other people that lived in the neighborhood that moved away. Then you interacted with the teachers that came back, grew up in that neighborhood, come back to teach and say, "Oh yeah, years ago we used to be able to do this and do that and this school." The high school I went to was predominantly Jewish at one point in its history. Most of the schools on in that area, in the Garfield Park, Austin area, was Polish and Jewish and Lithuanian and things of that nature. But the Jewish community left impact because they said they was our friends and our allies, and they quietly and sometimes not so quiet, stabbed us in the back or chastised us in order for them to get ahead in this society. By 1966, all pretenses was gone. They didn't need us anymore. And anybody who's been watching the media since 1966 see the talking heads on TV or in politics. Or people forget that we had teachers that that taught us or didn't teach us that were Jewish. But when we point it out and say something, you guys are anti-Semitic. Not one time have I in my videos ever advocated for any harm to befall them because of they alleged Jewishness. And I say alleged or so-called because they're not the true Jews. And it don't take much research or common sense to figure out who it is. But I digress. But your Debra Massings and them are doing a disservice instead of doing their own research. They're going by what some dead reporter or some reporter with an agenda said 34, 35 years ago or 60 years ago. Mike Wallace, whose son Chris Wallace works at Fox News, who's a shield for Fox News, did a documentary on television, The Hate They Hate Produce. You accused the black community. And it wasn't just the Nation of Islam, but their representation of part of the black community of being hateful. But you remember, white folk were killing us with impunity, keeping us from jobs, keeping us from economic growth, giving us high interest loans, doing all kinds of dirt. And he had the nerve to sit there, but just a decade prior to him doing that over in Germany, Hitler and his minions were killing people who were Jewish identified. But then you're gonna turn around and thumb your nose and question why black people like black folks don't have the right to be angry. Here it is, Debra Madison, all of them just 2 years ago. Oh my gosh, Muhammad Ali is the greatest. He would never be forgotten. Yada yada yada. But guess who Muhammad Ali was taught by? The Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Who was among students? Malcolm. Who was Malcolm's student? Farrakhan. Not one time has a white supremacist or somebody intimate went back and quoted Mr. Farrakhan. They can't stand Farrakhan. Now what it is, Farrakhan there's no holds bar. Farrakhan gets on the black community. I don't see y'all saying nothing about that. Now what it is, the other day they didn't want to come out and call Donald Trump anti-Semitic and racist because they got in bed with Donald Trump and people like Donald Trump. So we had to deflect. Let's bring up Mr. Farrakhan. They've been trying to drop Farrakhan for the last 3 years. Bill Maher did it on a show 3 years ago. Yeah, Farrakhan. What the fuck did Farrakhan got to do with anything? Farrakhan was not invited to the White House during the Obama years. Farrakhan was not invited to any official ceremony by this government. Oh, he was at Aretha Franklin film. That y'all took offense like y'all gave a damn about Aretha Franklin. Aretha Franklin was friends with all of them. Most blacks have of fame have been around Farrakhan. Will Smith donate gave money to Farrakhan. Oh, that's right. Y'all been trying to go after Will Smith, but y'all know that Will Smith's too smart for it. People forget Will Smith was accepted to MIT. He ain't dumb. I don't agree with everything Will Smith do or say because he's always on, but he ain't dumb. Think about it for a second. Will Smith gave money to Farrakhan a few years back. They didn't say shit because Obama was still in office. They didn't want to bring no attention to it. Now they need a black boogeyman because you see Donald Trump and all these white folk doing all this dumbass evil shit, proving the point that we have said as black people. Ben Stein and all these other cats have been on CNN, MSNBC, and Fox. Alan Dershowitz been saying the most racist shit. So what do they all got in common? They identify as Jewish. Bibi Netanyahu disrespected President Obama. The Congress, the Senate, they open. And I'm sitting like, y'all, if that was Bush or Clinton, y'all have been offended. But then it backfired as people across the country was seeing what they was doing over there and they was complaining. All of a sudden the media got on lockstep and said, no, we can't show what's going on with Israel. We gotta be careful. You going to wait, boy. You ain't gotta go outside that fast. You don't want me doing any videos. You better lay down. Stop being spoiled. Anyways, I'm sorry about that. Debra Massey is a white woman who's never had to suffer for anything. She can cut it. She can use her Jewishness to get ahead and claim victimhood. But I told y'all the last 5 years, Caucasian women been trying to get black men to be the boogeyman. See what it is? They want to be they want to be equal of their men, and they know in order to get ahead, they gotta find a equal villain. See, they want us to be the Lex Luthors of the world and shit, and they the Supermans and Wonder Womans. No, 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 no. Y'all deflected from Donald Trump and those at Fox to go after Farrakhan. Donald Trump every day is on Twitter. Donald Trump and his millions in front of the camera every day. Every day, y'all talking politics. Y'all shortchange news. Who's shooting up the schools in America? Who's shooting up these clubs in America? Not black folk. Not black kids. But Debra Messing, old bitch racist ass, and Alyssa Milano, bitch racist ass, sit up here and say, we're going to deflect. We're going to go after Tamika Mowry because she had the audacity to stand up herself. Y'all got this paternalistic attitude towards black people. You guys gotta denounce, reject what we tell you to. You can't speak to him. You can't speak to her. How fucking... And you don't realize that you've proven our point. You've proven Farrakhan's point. We don't tell y'all who to interact with. We'll say, hey, that person's saying something racist and disrespectful. They doing something that's hurtful to us. But we don't tell you who to go interact with and who to listen to. How many people tell y'all don't listen to Rabbi Shmuley and these Abe Foxman over at the ADL and them? We don't tell y'all not to listen to them. We say that organization or that person is saying something that's disrespectful. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. Black women, it was Tamika Mallory that came up with that women's movement. Remember, white women voted overwhelmingly for Donald Trump, just like they did the other day in Florida and Georgia. 70%. They don't what it is. They don't want their men telling them what to fucking do, but they want to join their men and telling black people what to fucking do. I'm glad. I mean, God don't like ugly, and that's why black folk that we was got when that mosque shooting. I mean, excuse me, synagogue shooting happened. We said our condolences go to the victims, and that's when we stopped because we knew when y'all started to put out Farrakhan that y'all was gonna flip it on us. Mr. Farrakhan ain't going out to fuck with y'all. Tell me what member of Nation Islam has harmed somebody who's Jewish. In Chicago, we got Jewish people. Tell me what a person in Nation Islam has done to them. In fact, Farrakhan has sat down and broke bread with certain members of the Jewish community. And the media don't want to talk about that. Farrakhan say, hey, that's what known professors and rabbis and they scholars have said at Minister Farrakhan's house. They went he went to their house. Now what they wanted Farrakhan to do is to say certain things, and Farrakhan said, no, you can't tell me how to teach my people. You can't tell me a lot of my people. Whether Farrakhan speak about this shit or not, we as black folk have our own experiences. I had Jewish teachers that used to insult us, and when you look back at it now as an adult, you're like, how the hell they got away with that shit for so long? I don't know if some of those teachers still alive or not, but I hope they meet Hitler in hell somewhere. Yeah, I said it. He was evil and they was evil. Here it is. Our taxpayers go to y'all museums and shit. It goes to Israel. And yet, then y'all want to tell us how we should interact with each other. Look how the so-called Hollywood Jewish men and women went on attack on Bill Cosby. Judd Apatow, we are dumb. Judd Apatow, everybody, Bill Cosby. Like, what the fuck did Bill Cosby do to Judd Apatow? Harvey Weinstein, y'all act like Harvey Weinstein. I got a question, Debra. Are you out there yelling about Harvey Weinstein? Why haven't you got in contact with NBC, the network you work with, and say, well, you guys did a special on Bill Cosby. Where's Harvey Weinstein? No, even when Harvey Weinstein got accused, y'all stick together. Look how Gloria Allred and Lisa Bloom, so-called Jews, go after black men nonstop. Because y'all up and down, y'all not racist. Farrakhan and any other black person on this planet, on this country, and it ain't just in the United States, it's across the globe, sit here and say, you guys claim to be the victims. You guys claim to be Jewish. You guys claim all these different things, but y'all got y'all claws and daggers ready for us. Trump is the one that's been spreading his hate. People like him for years, but y'all want to be in their world. Y'all won't call him out. Not one time did anybody call Donald Trump anti-Semitic. Donald Trump been dropping hints. Oh, well, you know, his daughter married. Just because she getting a dick from a Jewish dude don't mean that Trump likes him. Remember, Jared Kushner comes from money. Donald Trump like people that got money. But y'all ain't criticize. Y'all go pull Farrakhan out of the air. And Alyssa Milano, let me say this, and people say you should take glee. Somebody, you know that fire's going in California. They said part of the historic ranch and Paramount Ranch, and they said Kris Jenner house caught on fire and burnt down. You know, Kim Kardashian's stepdaddy. Good, karma came and bit him on the ass. But Kanye and Kim Kardashian house in the path. I'm sorry, Kanye and Kim, you lived out there, want them motherfuckers. Your house got to go down. But Alyssa Milano, they said her house is either burnt down or is about to be burnt down. Hope to God it burns down. Now y'all can call me petty all you want. You sit here and you deflect from what happened at that synagogue. There was a white man that went in there. He said he got his information from Fox and Sean Hannity and them. When that white man shot that yoga studio last weekend, he followed Elliot Rodgers. Remember Elliot Rodgers? He said the same thing, which they talking to black men. It wasn't a black man that set him off. When that white man was sending them bombs across the country, it wasn't a black man. Y'all know who started. Y'all know it. And y'all got Jewish men and women in the media that goes out and defend the Republican Party. No, the extreme elements of the Republican Party. I know people are Republicans, and they don't act that way. They're repulsed by it, what Donald Trump and them been doing. Where was Alyssa Milano at and Debra Messing that when Trump was questioning Barack Obama's birth certificate? They were silent. Now what it is, last year y'all made too many white men do that perk walk, and now y'all trying to get back in their good graces. We gotta go get some niggas for you. We gotta go find some niggas. We ain't gonna fuck with the black female because we need to use them again. We'll throw black men out there and kick everybody think black men are rapists. Debra Messing, your racism is showing. You claim that you didn't know Megyn Kelly was to show you and the cast is going on. How can you not? Look, you walk into, they say, you're going to be on the Today Show with Megyn Kelly. You just heard, everybody knew that Megyn Kelly just got a job at NBC. They knew she was going to be hosting a morning talk show. You're going on the talk show at NBC. Duh. Now, when the gay guy got offended, y'all afraid that the gay community was going to come after y'all. That's why you ran your ass over to the Advocate. You and Alyssa Milano trying to ingratiate yourself with your gay community. And I'm going to tell you about the Advocate and them. I told y'all about the gay community, white gay community. Why y'all going after Farrakhan now? Trump is going after the gay community, not Farrakhan. And if y'all heard Farrakhan's speeches lately, he said, I don't agree with it. He said, I'm not going to attack somebody because they're gay. Because Farrakhan knows that he said the media keeps twisting my words. Look how y'all twist Reverend Wright words. And any black person that sits back and regurgitate what this media is saying about Farrakhan, Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, Reverend Wright, Martin Luther King, and any other, y'all get your heads fucking examined. But Debra Messing is no different than Alyssa Milano. See, Debra Messing is on the current show. But she had to go back and do something she did years prior. Okay, ain't nobody gonna, because she tried to do other shows. Nobody want to see her tied up ass. When these women hit 40-something, they age, they look fucked up in the face, in the body. So they gotta go out here and they gotta glam onto some cars. You racist ass bitch. And I can say it freely. When you put out Farrakhan, but you ain't criticizing Trump, Jeff Sessions, and other motherfuckers, there's something wrong. When you go out here to go for a black man who don't have no media presence like that. You have a sitting president that every fucking day is on Twitter. He lies every fucking day. He incites hatred every day. Where were y'all at when that woman got killed last year when doing that riot, when the white guys was talking all that shit about the Jewish community and the black community? Y'all was fucking silent. But you had some racist ass Jewish person say, "This is an opportunity to go out to Farrakhan. We got to shame the black community." You did that same shit that Tim Russell, man, he rested in hell when Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama was debating. Hillary threw Farrakhan out there, but Obama knew better. If it wasn't for Minister Farrakhan giving his support in the Nation of Islam, and people saying it's okay, because a lot of black folks was not going to vote for him. Her brother and sister remember what he did to Bobby Rush. Farrakhan said, I could have destroyed him. Because black folks was waiting for Farrakhan to come out and roast his ass. But he didn't. Farrakhan was quiet during them 8 years of the Obama administration. Every now and then somebody need to try to pull him out. My brother Minister said, no, But you got the advocate, and you got Debra Messing and Alyssa Milano pulling out Farrakhan. Pulling out misquotes. Farrakhan had been saying it for the last 30-something years. He said, play what I said in its entirety. They won't risk it. They scared them when art. That's why they got rid of Arsenio Hall humanized. They gave Farrakhan a chance to speak uninterrupted. Farrakhan didn't spout no hatred against anybody. If that type of clips get played, then that anti-Semitism they've been throwing on black folks for the last 50, 60 years, it goes out of the window. Who's the true anti-Semites in this country? Your fellow white men and women. Remember, Judaism is not a race. It is a religious belief. I am sick and tired of people lying on us or people in our community. I'm like, y'all supposed to be mad at the shooter. Y'all supposed to be mad at Trump and them, but y'all deflect over to Farrakhan and the black community. And what it really is, these white women don't want a black woman to be a head of the movement. The idea that this black woman is leading us, it fucks with their head. It fucks with their sensibility. Why do you think when they found out that Tawana, Bronze, whatever her name is, over the Me Too, they said, oh, we don't, America Ferrera and what's her name? I forget the white chick name. I forget it right now. She's been on General Hospital. She was on 2.5 Men the last few years. I can't, whatever her name was. They quickly said, we got to go create something else. But and take resources and funds from the Me Too. Using Me Too as a slogan, but don't let no money and not that black woman be in charge. Remember, Alyssa Milano didn't take Toronto to the Emmys of those shows. It was Michelle Williams that did. Remember, Alyssa Milano tried to be slick and take the Me Too slogan test. Somebody said, black woman came in with that. This is why black women, when black men be telling y'all be like, y'all sneak with them? No, y'all partner with them. Which one's more dangerous? Us fucking with them, getting a nut, or y'all working with them and giving them power? Think about that shit. Back to the suffrage movement. All white women tell to say the most racist thing. Y'all still stand with them. Just because y'all got vaginas and breasts and go on y'all period and have cramps and shit, don't make it y'all are bosom buddies. You don't see a bunch of white dudes working with black men like that. No, we keep them at a distance. We like, okay, we wait for the other shoe to drop. That's not to say that there ain't no good white folk out there, but that's a very small group of them. And that's not to say that all Jewish people are bad, because I've come across Jewish men and women who have called out members of their community, members of political parties and stuff. There have been Jewish men, women, and children who have done right by us, but they're a small group. And they don't get to have the bully pulpit. Rabbi Shmuley, he's supposed to be against anti-Semitism. He's defending Roseanne Barr. So who's the villain of the story? You should be criticizing these various Jewish lawyers. Dershowitz get on TV. He went after Keith Ellison. You know Keith Ellison's a Muslim. If the Democrat Party get put him in positions, I'm going to take my money and my influence. I'm going to take my other Jewish friends not to give the Democrats any money. Yet they was on TV talking shit about Trayvon Martin. Go back and look at what Dershowitz was saying about Trayvon Martin. But if you said something about a Jewish kid getting killed, you anti-Semites, that poor child was taken away from his family. But Trayvon, y'all was making jokes. They was making memes. They had targets made it gun ranges about their kid. They went after his best friend. Women at CNN, HNN didn't even hide this thing. We thought Fox was bad. Go back and watch MSNBC and Jeff Zucker runs CNN. He just around and hired George Zimmerman, lawyer, to give answers. Are you kidding me? So Debra Messing, who is the true anti-Semites? Who's the true hate mongers on this planet? No, y'all was afraid to call out Donald Trump. Y'all, Donald Trump is he's bigotry. He's uncouth. Y'all won't come out and call him anti-Semite. Y'all won't do it. And then when y'all get close to it, well, you know, Donald Trump, that's his daughter. She getting the pipe laid to her by a Jewish dude because money marries money. You redheaded bitch, you sit back and you gonna sit there. They gotta denounce. We not gonna have nothing to do with them till they denounce his anti-Semitism. Tell me what he said exactly. Don't repeat that that lie, because I'm telling you right now, you have to do your own fucking research, which they won't fucking do, because they'll be afraid that all these years we've been saying this shit and it ain't been true. That's what they're afraid of. Mr. Farrakhan even challenged. He said, I would go on national TV. He said, simulcast on all the networks. He said, get all your Jewish scholars, your top scholars, and he would take them all on. Now, remember, this man's 80-something years old now. You start losing shit when you get older, but he's sharp as hell. They're afraid he's going to get up there and make them look like fools. They act like they're the only ones on this planet. Now, I'm not saying the Nation of Islam is perfect. They've been played by our government and other people for years. But to sit there to keep saying that they love Hitler. Because I'm gonna leave a link to the article. They said Farrakhan loves Hitler. Farrakhan never said. Farrakhan talk about how evil and wicked Hitler was, see, but y'all don't never listen to the whole thing in context. These devils know what the fuck they doing. But Debra Messing ain't no different than Alyssa Milano. Alyssa Milano, she just trying to reinvent her whole ass. Alyssa Milano, when she was jack off material, she never had a love scene with a black man. She never was intimate on no TV show. Once she got getting that weight popping out them kids, they put an old boy from Grey's Anatomy on that spinoff now. They put on there, and then she thought that she had power to tell ABC, I don't want to move to Canada. We gonna shoot, and they said, fuck you. And what did? They wrote her ass out, licky switch. They should have told her right there, she ain't got that juice like she used to have. And Debra Messing realized that Will and Grace go by the wayside. She can't run back to another TV show. Remember that TV show she was on? She played a cop. It went a season and a half, and NBC got rid of it. Ain't nobody sitting back like, ooh, when the next Debra Messing show come on? Y'all better shut the fuck up. And black women, y'all better quit letting them manipulate y'all. Racist ass so-called Jewish bitches.